So 1929, do you know what happened in Hebron?
Oh,
1929.
Oh yeah.
70 Jews were massacred by Palestinians.
And what
Where was
happened
Israel?
before then?
Where was Israel?
What happened
There was no
before
Israel.
then?
There was no modern
That's
Israel.
right.
From West Africa to East Asia.
Oh,
Islamists are the biggest colonizers in the world right now.
So that just
and they are here in London trying to take London as well. That's your moral compass. Your moral compass is you send Jews in body bags and we release convicted terrorists. 24% of the population of Israel are Arabs.
Yeah, because it's not Israel.
Why didn't we start our genocide with them? Zionism is our right. Jewish people are an ethnicity before they are religious. I am not a religious man, but I am a Jewish man until I die. And I cannot remove that from myself. It's part of my blood. My family had been to Israel for 4 generations. We did a DNA test and my DNA still stems back from there. My family were kicked out of Egypt in 1956 because they were Jews by the Egyptian government. They came to the UK as refugees, and we are really grateful to be here. But what does this sign mean? We experienced one of the worst and most evil massacres in human history. The Holocaust happened because Israel did not exist. Israel does not exist because the Holocaust happened. The Holocaust happened because Israel did not exist. Israel is surrounded by people who openly brag about desperately wanting to kill all of the Jews.
Why are you always victims though? Why do you
Why do you keep playing the victim, Hud?
Okay, do you know,
we're tired of it. Stop using the Holocaust. Stop using anti-Semitism.
How many?
Get over it.
So,
Get over it.
Stop
Stop being the victim.
and then they
You stop killing the Palestinian people. Stop using anti-Semitism.
Okay.
Stop.
Are we colonizers? Are we colonizers? Are we colonizers?
You are. Are you asking that with a straight face?
I'm asking you, are we
I
colonizers?
would suggest you go back and read the history. Of course you
We're
are.
occupiers, so that's
You're occupiers.
Right, okay, so how many countries speak Arabic?
Why does that matter?
How many countries speak
Why
Arabic?
does that matter? You're
Why?
still a colonizer.
Why?
You're an occupier.
You're an
The
occupier.
biggest colonizers
You're
in the world right now are
illegal
Islamists.
occupier.
The
That's what you
biggest
are.
colonizers in the world right now are Islamists.
No, not
What's that got?
From West Africa to East Asia. Islamists are the biggest colonizers in the world right now.
So that
and they are here in London trying to take London as well.
So that justifies your brutality towards the Palestinians.
Which brutality? Which brutality?
Go back and read your history. Stop wasting my time.
Read my history.
Yeah, read
my
your
history.
history.
Have you heard of Kaiban?
Read your history.
You heard of Kaiban? What the man over there says to us?
I know my history. I don't need to be taught by you. You go back and read your history.
Do you want to know why the Muslims hate Israel so much?
I'm an atheist. I don't care what the
but
Muslims think. I'm an atheist.
Right, okay.
I've got my
But
own
do you want to
mind.
know why they
I don't
desperately
belong
want
to any
to attack
religion.
Israel?
Stop killing the Palestinians
Right,
and stop using the Holocaust as an excuse to kill them. Wake up. We're tired of it. Get over it.
Okay, so
Stop being the victim.
Okay, so
Stop being the victim.
If Wales,
Tired of it.
Wales entered England and killed 2,000 civilians and took 200 hostage, what would England's rational response be?
What did you do before October the 7th? What about October the 6th, the 5th,
Yeah,
the 4th,
we were
the
living
3rd,
proudly.
the last 100 years? You've murdered the Palestinians. All you can ever talk about is October the 7th to now. What about before October the 7th?
Have you heard of the 19th? So before Israel existed.
Don't talk about the Holocaust.
Don't talk about the Holocaust. When I said,
you want to talk about murder?
no, I said go back. I didn't say
Let's learn about Palestinian history, yeah? Let's learn about Palestinian history.
Come on.
Murder
No,
Jews.
what you are, what you are.
Who
You
knows?
are
Amin
pro-
al-Husseini. He was
What
the
you are,
Grand
you're
Mufti of Jerusalem.
pro-violence, you're
Amin
pro-terrorism.
al-Husseini, the
Because
Grand
you
Mufti of
support what's
Jerusalem
going
in the
on, that's what you are.
1930s and 40s, before Israel
No, one
existed.
Zionist at a
Before
time.
Israel
One
existed,
Zionist at a
Amin
time.
al-Husseini was the Grand Mufti of Jerusalem. And the British mandate were the colonizers of Palestine at the time. You'll agree with me, this is history. You told me learn my
Yeah, of
history.
course.
Amin al-Husseini, he fled the British and he went to live with the SS in Nazi Germany in the 1940s.
No, he didn't.
And then, yes he did.
No, he didn't.
And there's photos of him shaking Hitler's hand. He was the leader of the Muslims in British Palestine. He then left Nazi Germany. He went to Iraq At the time, 25% of the population of the capital of Iraq, Baghdad, was Jewish.
Yes.
It
And
was
why
a-
did
wait,
they leave?
wait.
Why did they leave?
I'm about to get onto it. You're
Because
gonna like
the
it.
Mossad
You're
was
gonna
too
like it.
busy planting bombs
You're gonna
in
like it.
synagogues
You're gonna
to
like
scare
it.
the Jews. That's why they left.
Right.
It's got nothing
So
to do with
Amin
the Arabs.
al-Husseini,
You
Amin
were too
al-Husseini, the
busy
leader of the
planting
Palestinians.
bombs. That's
went-
why they left.
Amin al-Husseini
This
went to
idea that
Nazi
they were
Germany
slaughtered.
to learn from the best. He went to Iraq and he started the Farhud, which was a massacre of Jewish communities all across
You
Iraq.
massacred the Palestinians
And how
30 years
how many,
before that.
how many, that's,
You massacred.
so 1929, do you know what happened in Hebron?
Oh, I do.
1929.
Oh, yeah.
70 Jews were massacred by Palestinians.
And what
Where was
happened
Israel?
before then?
Where was Israel?
What happened
There was no
before
Israel.
then?
There was no modern
That's
Israel.
right.
So
And
what
the-
was the excuse?
and there
What
was-
was the excuse
Hold on.
when 20
Let me
years
come
before
back to you.
Israel, 20 years before Israel,
Yeah.
Palestinians
Yeah.
massacred Jews
Right.
in Hebron?
Right,
What
you
was
wa-
the
you
excuse?
wanna talk about
Was it
tw-
Israel? There was no Israel.
You
There was
wanna
no
talk-
Israel. There was no Israel.
Let me
So
answer.
why?
You want to talk 20 years
Why
about
did they do
Israel?
it?
Let him answer.
Hold on. You want to talk 20 years before the state of Israel was created. I tell you what, let's go back 30 years before it was created. Let's go back to the Haganah. Let's go back to the Stern Gang. Let's go back to the Ergan. When you murdered and raped Palestinian men, girls and boys in their villages. That was 30 years before you were created. You're a bunch of goddamn terrorists. Get over it.
So what happened? So
You don't.
So you don't know
Go
what happened?
back
in
and
19-
read your history.
Right, go.
So what was the what was
One
Wait,
side
wait,
was
wait, wait,
there
wait,
was one
there was,
Zionist
all right,
side.
there was no
Wait.
there was no Israel in 1929.
That's right, I
Right.
just explained to you.
70 Jews were massacred in Hebron.
Why?
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 Was
Why?
it Israel?
It's been murdered
You
for
can't blame
decades.
Israel. You can't blame
I
Israel.
didn't blame Israel.
Right.
I blamed the Zionist, racist, Jewish
Right.
gangs.
Ah, the
You
Zionists.
don't want to know the truth, do you? You want to start in a certain time in history. I'm not going to let you do it. Go back and learn your goddamn history. Stop being the victim. We're tired of it.
I'm gonna
We're
go
tired of
back.
you using the Holocaust.
I'm going to go back and I'm going
You-
to tell you why do the Islamists hate Israel so much?
Why?
You use the Holocaust.
In Islam, if Islam controls a land and then they lose it, it is the most haram land.
Ah.
So you will see many Islamists will say southern Spain
I'm an
is the
atheist,
most
I've
haram.
already told you. I
Inshallah,
don't
one
care.
day we will
I
take
don't
back
care.
southern Spain.
Andalusia.
You can go on
Yes,
about
Andalusia. What happened to
Is that true? Is
Andalusia?
that true?
The Islamists lost it. They colonized it and they lost it. And it's the most haram thing
Is that
to
true?
have a land controlled by Islam and then it's lost.
Is that true?
Israel was controlled by Islam in the past and it was handed over from the Ottomans to the British after World
Oh,
War
we
One.
know all this.
And then-
We know all
and then-
this.
but you don't know.
What's this got to do
So
with
what-
the genocide of the
so what
Palestinian
happened?
people?
So what happened? So
You
what
don't
happened?
need to teach us a history.
What
We
happened
know
when
our
the
history.
when the Jordanians
We know
when
what-
the Jordanians occupied the West Bank and the
Yes.
Egyptians occupied Gaza?
Yes, they
Why
did.
was there
Wow,
no
you're a
cause?
genius, aren't you?
Why was there no cause for a Palestinian state?
There was a cause for the
there was.
Palestinian
Really?
state.
Where is it?
Palestinian nationalism was at its
Really?
highest in the
Really?
40s.
Is that why
But
in
the
Gaza
difference-
the most popular name is Al-Masri? The Egyptian, the most popular name in Gaza is
the
Al-Masri.
The difference
That's true,
between
Al-Musri.
Egypt and Jordan was that they have not occupied the land for 75 years like you terrorists have. That's what the
So
difference
what?
is.
Right. So they
That's
occupied
what the
it. They
difference
occupied.
is.
Jordan occupied the West Bank for 20 years. Why was there no Palestinian state?
There's always been Palestinian people on that
Why was
land.
there no Palestinian
State.
You don't have to be a state to be recognised as the people. When
Right.
the Brits went to Australia, were the Aboriginals there? Of course the
We're not
Aboriginal
talking about
people
the
there.
Brits.
No! You do not have to be a state to recognise yourself as a person from a particular land.
Right.
Don't talk nonsense.
You realise that the word Palestine is a colony, right? The word Palestine was given to the land by the Romans.
Oh, yes,
the Romans
it was. That's
colonized
like
the land and
2,000
named
years
it as a
ago.
colony.
They've lived there since
Palestinians
millennia.
not an ethnicity, mate. You understand that, right?
Oh, but I bet Jews are, aren't they?
Jews are from Judea, right?
Oh, okay.
Ethnically,
Oh,
Palestinians.
It's not your
Palestinians
land.
are
Stop.
Arabs.
It's not
Where
your
are
land.
Arabs from?
It's not your
Where are
land.
Arabs
Where
from?
Arabs from?
It's not
Where
your
are
land.
Arabs from?
Where
They're
are
from,
Arabs?
they're from a certain part of the world
Yeah,
geographically.
and where's that?
Oh, well, have a look on the map and you
Yeah,
might
well,
find
I'll
it.
give you a clue. It's in the name. Arabia.
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 Okay.
Arabia.
You can
Arabs are from Arabia.
You-
Jews are from Judea. I'm going to repeat that for
It's
those at the
not
back.
your land.
Arabs
Yeah.
are
It's
from
not
Arabia.
your land.
Okay.
Jews
Get
are
I'm from
over it.
Judea.
Get
over
Very
it.
simple,
It's
very
not your
simple.
land.
Arabs
It's
are from
never been-
Arabia.
Okay, I'll tell
and
you.
Jews are from Judea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Does the land of Israel predate the land of Canaan? Go on, does it?
The Canaanites were the...
Does the land of Israel predate The Canaanites.
There's no ethnic group.
Oh,
There's no
answer the
ethnic
question.
link.
No, I think you'll find the Canaanites predate the land of Israel.
And
how
who- and
did
who
the
are the
land of
Jews?
Israel
And
come
who are the
about?
Jews? Who are
How
the
did
Jews?
the land of Israel come about?
Okay,
Answer the
okay,
question.
name
Who are the
answer.
Jews?
How did the land of Israel come about?
Answer that.
Because you slaughtered the Canaanites, just like you're slaughtering the Palestinians today, because that's what you are.
Right.
You
Right.
slaughter people and you claim to be the poor victims. Oh, what do you expect the Palestinian people to do? Do you expect the Palestinian people just to stand there and let you murder them, rape them, torture them, kill their children, and you expect them to do nothing? They have got the absolute right to defend their land. You need to get the hell out of Israel. That's what you need to get, because that is Palestine.
Is that why their leaders try to get their children to die?
You're a fake state. You're just a fake state. That's all you are. You're a fake state.
Do you know who descend from the Canaanites that you just mentioned?
Yes,
Hebrews.
I do.
Hebrews.
And so did the Palestinians.
Before
And so did other tribes.
The word
You
Palestine
don't even
didn't
know the story.
exist.
You say
So did other tribes.
The word Palestine didn't
other-
exist.
No, you shut up because you don't know the history.
You mentioned words that you don't even know
No,
about.
the Canaanites
were the ancestors.
The
of
Canaanites were made up of several
Jewish
tribes.
culture comes
You
from
don't know your
Canaanites.
goddamn
You
history,
don't even know shit.
including the Palestinians.
So you open your
No,
mouth.
you
even
don't know
part
your
of the
history.
story.
Go
So
back
to
and
the
read
history
your
book that you
goddamn
never
history.
They like family
opened.
The
shit.
land of Israel came about because of the persecution of the Canaanites. That's what you did, and that's what you're doing today.
Coming from the Canaanites. Open the history book and then we come back. A 30-second video on TikTok doesn't mean shit. So if you believe you have a degree,
You
that's-
don't know
that's
your
subject.
history.
You clearly
Go
don't.
back and read your goddamn
No, I don't
history.
need to go back.
You
I studied
slaughtered
things,
the
but you really
Canaanites.
haven't.
The
You're the fraud
Canaanites.
atheist that you are.
You can shout as much as you like. The Canaanites were made up of several tribes. It wasn't just the Jews. Go back and read your history.
That's not the
You're
point.
too
The other
busy
tribe
killing the
disappeared. The only
Palestinians. You've
one
lost
that
your
survived
mind.
are the Jews
You've
that are
lost your
descending.
mind.
So you can
You've
say
slaughtered that
everything
many
you want.
Palestinians. You've
We
completely
are the
lost your
one that
mind,
traces back to
haven't
the
you?
He's a proud
Not
atheist.
the Palestinian.
I'm a proud
atheist. Ah, okay, okay.
Ah, here we go. What nonsense. There's 7 or 8 of you. You don't even know your history. How embarrassing.
Like many others
How
today,
many of you?
he's
you
an
don't even
atheist,
know
but
your
his
history?
religion
How
is hating the
embarrassing
Jews.
is that? Go back and
okay.
This is what gets you up in the morning.
No, I
This is
don't
what
hate
gets you
the
up in
Jews.
the morning. It's
But
obvious.
what you are is you're pro-terrorist and you're Zionist. That's what all you care about is killing the Palestinians.
So when the
I
leader
don't
of the
hate the Jews.
Palestinians, when
I've
the
never
leader of
hated the
Palestinians
Jews.
says the
But you
blood
are
of the innocent women and children in
pro-terrorist.
Palestine is
That's what you are.
necessary
You're
to liberate
pro-terrorist,
Palestine.
That's what you
Ah.
Is that not
are.
terrorism?
It is,
Is
it
that
is,
not
it is.
terrorism?
Asasa.
You've been terrorising the Palestinian people for over 120 years, and you stand there and you call the Palestinians the terrorists when you've been killing them for over 120 years. Go back and read your
terrorist is
history.
someone who kills a baby with his bare hands.
That's right, which is what you do. Which is what you
killing
Zionists
babies.
do. You've
Kill
been
babies.
killing babies and toddlers for decades. That's what you do.
You know this name?
That's
Fear. You know what happened to him? They choked him in a tunnel.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they
Yes,
did.
they did.
What happened to the Suri family last year? The Christian Palestinian family. Do you give a damn about that? A mother and her 2 children were killed in a Palestinian church. Do you care about them? No, you
care
don't.
about everyone.
Do
That's
you
the
care
difference
about the
with
Palestinian
Palestinians. We care
children
about everybody.
that you burnt
And that's why
alive?
the Christians and Muslims
I
need
care
peace
about
as well.
every innocent life.
Oh, do you
I
really?
care about every
Oh,
innocent
do you
life. I
really?
do really.
So why do
I
you support
And
a
I'm gonna tell you
racist
why.
culture?
I'm going to tell you.
Why
If
do you
think
support
it's
a
so
racist project?
I'm going to tell you. When the people who are trying to destroy
Right, so
Israel,
why you put Zionists?
rightfully or wrongly,
What is
when
the
the
difference
people-
between Zionists and
One
Jews?
moment. When the people who are
I'm not
trying to
guaranteeing
destroy
them, but
Israel,
what
if
is
you think
Zionist?
it's right, that's fine. If the people who are
What
trying
is
to
the
destroy
definition
Israel,
of
if
Zionist,
they use
please?
mosques and they use schools and they use hospitals
They
as
don't do
military
that.
bases,
They don't do
you
that.
You cannot
Where's
claim-
your
you
evidence?
cannot-
Where's your
The
evidence?
UN admitted it.
No, the
UN
UN didn't
admitted
admit
it.
it.
They
The
did.
UN
The
admitted
CNN
that you've been killing
UN
Yeah,
people
gentlemen, I have a
incessantly
question, please.
for decades.
What is the definition of Zionist?
Zionism means the right for the Jewish people to return to their ancestral
It's
home.
not your ancestral homeland. Get over
Look
it.
at the archaeologists.
Get
Notice
over
that
it.
we're
Go
listening
back
to
and
Israel.
read your history.
Well, ladies, we believe Jews
You
should
can
right
shout
to
as much
live,
as you like. Go
but
back and read your
Zionists, what
goddamn
does
history.
what Zionists mean? They
I'm
are
from
the
here.
chosen
Where are you
people,
from, mate?
the only people allowed
Yeah,
to
but
live.
don't tell me to
The
leave my
rest
own
people not
country,
allowed to live.
Phil.
In Israel, if we are so genocidal, then why is 24% of Israel's population Arabs, Muslims, Christians.
Because it's their land, it's not your land.
Right, but why
What
don't
is
we?
it you don't
if
understand?
we love
They're on
genocide,
their land.
if we love genocide,
What
why
is
don't
it
we
you
start with
can't-
them?
You can't.
Why don't
grasp
we start with them?
You
If
can't.
it's a,
grasp
if
it,
it's
can
a
you?
Jewish ethno
They're
state,
on that land because it's their land.
if
It's
it's
not
a
your
Jewish
land.
ethno state-
That's why they're on that land.
if it's a
What
Jewish
stupid
genocidal
question.
ethno state,
why
did we
20%
start
of
with the
Arabs on?
24%
It's their
of our
land.
population?
It's their land.
24%
not your
of the
land.
population of
When
Israel
are you gonna get
are
over
Arabs.
it? Yeah, because it's not Israel.
Why didn't we start our genocide with them?
It's not Israel.
If we were really good at genocide, why didn't we start with the
okay.
Arabs, India, who have Israeli passports?
So force
They have Israeli passports.
Yesterday, you complained with the release of the Palestinians. We're supposed to release them yesterday.
He hasn't got a clue.
Yesterday,
it's
you know
not-
the agreement. We're supposed to release Palestinians.
We have released hundreds.
No, yesterday it's about 400. They never released them.
We released hundreds, and we
But we agree. We agreed.
we release Palestinians, and we get dead bodies in return.
That's right.
And that's your logic. That's your reason.
That's what you do.
That's right.
That's
No,
your
hold on.
moral compass.
Hold on.
Your moral compass is you send Jews in body bags, and we
No,
release
I-
convicted terrorists.
I think you're fine. I think you're fine.
You
You've
mentioned something
you've
in Morocco, didn't you?
absolutely got no
You
right.
mentioned something in
Okay, family, we're
Morocco.
gonna move on to Orlando now.
Because I know Morocco. We
Make
have
sure hit the like,
1,000 Jewish people.
share.
I helped him in Mosul.
He didn't
Helped
know.
him in
I think we got the
Mosul.
point here now,
You
family.
will come then. You will come.
With all the Jews, with all the Muslims, with one piece in the Middle East.
And you've murdered. Wait, you're not
You're not listening. You're not listening.
He's not listening. Uncle, listen. Alright, let's go.